Hi, I'm Kim Cameron, Senior Lecturer, Languages. The courses that I lecture in are Linguistics, Essentials of English Proficiency, and Teaching of Composition. This course is a Year 1, Semester 1 course that all teacher candidates must complete. EP1 covers a period of 15 weeks at 3 hours per week, with 1 hour of synchronous study with a lecturer and 2 hours of asynchronous self-study. Materials to aid your studies are available on the CPCE Moodle platform. Why EP1? Teacher educators must daily model an excellent command of English language skills in their classroom. This is essential if classroom language and teaching are to be successful for pupils. EP1 provides teacher candidates with an opportunity to review and strengthen their English language skills. It explores a range of English topics, which provides a teacher candidate with a basic knowledge of English grammar development. It is hoped that the course will prepare teacher candidates to plan effectively for their classroom and the many written assignments the teacher certification program demands. Course objectives. There are several objectives that must be achieved in this course. Know specifics about verbs and their functions, nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, preposition, and conjunctions. Identify and apply the function of words and the parts that comprise the sentence and manipulate these to produce effective sentences. Sentence structures and produce them correctly in writing and teaching. Derive meaning from sentences and acquire skills to function as teachers and students. In this course, these are the topics covered: word function, the verb, words that modify, classification of sentences according to structure, simple sentences, and that includes phrases, compound sentences, which include clauses, conjunction, kinds of subordinate clauses, and functions. Complex sentences. Concord. Then we have sentence errors, which would include non-sentences, fragments, run-on sentences, misplaced and dangling modifiers. The assessment in EP1. For the coursework, we have 3 pieces of assessment, and those are totaled to 100 marks. For the final examination, it's a written piece, and that covers 100 marks. Our topic for the discussion today is word function. Now, many of us think that English is very hard. And if we look at the picture that we have there, we can see that words have different change in meanings. For example, let's look at the badge was wound around the womb. We have the word wound, and it's used to function differently both times. Let's look at another one which says, I did not object to the object. Here again, we have the word object functioning in 2 different ways. So, yes, we can say that English might be hard. However, if we pay keen attention and we understand the rules, we can see that it is not as hard as we might think. So, at the end of this lesson, what we're going to see is that we're going to recognize the 4 functions of words, which are to name, to assert, to modify, and connect. Also, we can see that we're going to employ techniques for identifying the function of these words. Identify the 8 parts of speech and examine 2 word functions. Let's examine the sentence below. Goodness, I am extremely proud of my son and his success. What are the function of the words in the sentence? Let's analyze. So goodness function as an interjection. I, its function is a pronoun. Am, its function is a verb. Extremely, adverb. Proud, adjective. Of, preposition. My, here we see it as a noun. However, against son, it's not a noun. However, it's a pronoun. So my here functions as an adjective, not a pronoun or a noun. And conjunction, his pronoun and success, noun. So as we analyze the sentence, we see that the words function differently. And as we look at the sentence, what we see is that it covers all the parts of speech. So let's look at words that name. And this is the noun. So for nouns, we have noun name, people, persons, animal, things, and ideas. And we have examples there: John, man, dog, house, and peace. It also can be broken down into kinds, which would be common, proper, collective, abstract. And our examples there shows that boy, common, Jane, proper, class, collective, and kindness, abstract. Then we have nouns, which conform to number. And so when we talk about number, we talk about singular and plural. And our examples show book, books, man, men, salmon, and sheep. And with salmon and sheep, we can see that these are the irregular ones. Then we have scissors, which always sounds as though it's plural. And then we have information, which is always single. Gender, and gender is divided into masculine, feminine, and neutral. Then we have case, which talks about possessive. So we have the child's book, meaning that the books belong to the child. Another naming aspect of words is pronoun. So pronouns conform to case, and we have the subjective or the nominative case, and the examples there that reflect subjective or nominative case are I, you, he, she, we, you, and they. Then we also have the objective or accusative, which would be me, you, him, her, us, you, and them. Then we have the possessive, which are identified as mine, yours, his, hers, ours, yours, and theirs. And as an example here, we have the teacher took we to see the show. Is this correct? Him is my good friend. Is this correct? So the subjective case pronouns are never used in the objective position in a sentence, nor the objective case in the subjective position. Right? Now let's look at kinds of pronouns. Personal, and this refers to person. And when we're talking about person, we're talking about first, second, and third person. And persons are divided into singular and plural and the impersonal. Our singular pronouns are I, you, he, she, her, and him. Example, you are late. Plural, they, we, you, us, and them. An example, we live in Guyana. Impersonal, it. And it refers to a thing. Example, it is raining. Another kind of pronoun that we have is the possessive. And this is used instead of the possessive noun case. And the examples of the possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, and theirs. Example of a sentence using the possessive pronoun is, that dog is hers. Another kind that we have is the demonstrative or the demonstrative, and it points to things. And examples of these are this, these, that, those. Example in a sentence, this is a book. Another kind is the interrogative, and this is used when we ask questions. Who is used for people, whose, possession, what, things, which, choice. So example of a sentence, what have you done today? Another kind of pronoun is relative or conjunctive. The relative pronoun refers to a noun or pronoun going before it. So we have who and whose and whom, whoever, whomever, that, what, which, whatever. Example in a sentence, Tracy, who is 15, attends the university. The conjunctive pronoun joins two sentences. The noun or pronoun it relates to is called an antecedent. So, conjunctive pronouns are who, what, whose, and which. In a sentence, he who does his best should be praised. Another kind of pronoun is the reflective or emphatic. And reflective and emphatic pronouns end in self or selves. So we have myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, oneself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Reflective stands for the same person or thing as the subject in the sentence. Mary dressed herself carefully. Emphatic, to make what is said stronger or more emphatic. So we have, he himself cleaned the drain. Then we have the final kind of pronoun, and this is called the indefinite. And it functions as a noun but does not refer to any particular person or things. So examples of indefinite pronouns are another, any, each, few, many, some, nothing, no one, anyone, everyone, everybody, everything, someone, something, either, and neither. For example, we have, many are called, but few are chosen. Let's try some. So we have to identify the function of nail in each sentence. So the first sentence is, hammer the nail in well. What is the function of nail in this sentence? Let's see. The function of nail in this sentence is a noun. Let's look at the other sentence. Nail the picture on the wall. How is nail functioning in this sentence? In this sentence, nail is functioning as a verb. Let's look at the other one now. I cannot find my nail file. What's the function of nail in this sentence? Here, it functions as an adjective. So we can see that nail functions as different parts of speech in each sentence. Here's another one. Identify the kinds of nouns and pronouns. So a sentence is, even after he left the band, the police, bass player Sting, who once taught middle school English, continued to have a thriving music career. Okay, so here, you're going to provide the answers. In summary, what have we learned today? as it relates to word function. We have identified the 4 functions of words, the words that name, which are nouns and pronouns, and the kind of nouns and pronouns. My name is Kim Cameron, and the topic we just covered is word function. English is a beautiful course and language, and I encourage you to join us at CPCE as we train you to perfect your skills in English.